Hi guys, it's Doreen and welcome back. Today we are on episode 4 of my little talks. And this one I haven't, I know I'm very inconsistent when it comes to these little sit down talk videos, but again, they help me organize my thoughts and it happens every so often. So I just want to talk and just sit down and chat with you guys. In this video, I'm going to be talking about why I'm basically 26, almost 27, and I have no real close friends. And so I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a background. I mean, if you go back and watch my videos, you'll kind of see kind of like things about me and just about past experiences I've had, and I've talked about different things that you can improve on your life, different tips, just me personally, what I do and all those things. But I'm gonna be, it's a little hard to talk about this specific topic, and I feel like a lot of people can actually relate to it, and it just seems like people keep getting lonelier and lonelier. And I am very grateful that I do actually have people in my life that I could go to. But at the same time, like even saying this, I feel like it's a little offensive to them just because it's not the friends that I could just call up, hey, let's go and chat and, talk about life things and get their advice and things like that. And I do have a boyfriend, which I love so much. He is my best friend. And I do get to tell him a lot of what's going on in my life and get his opinion on things or just rant to him and all those things. But I don't really have close girlfriends. I don't have like a group of friends. I don't even have like a really close girlfriend. And again, it's not to be offensive to the people who are in my life that I occasionally see. Most of my friends actually do live very far away from me. And I either met them through dirt biking or through traveling. So of course everyone's very spread out. And again, it's not to be putting them down or say like, oh yeah, I don't consider you a friend, but I'm talking about like the close friend that you can just call up and chat for hours and hours and all those things. Or yeah, just say, hey, let's hang out, or you just kind of see often. I know that even putting certain videos on the internet, obviously you're open to being judged and to criticism, whether constructive or just trolling, all those things. I have found it very difficult to connect with making friends or find those connections because of my past traumas when it comes to friends, more specifically girlfriends. Relationship and romantic relationship, I'm glad that I have my boyfriend. He's an amazing person and things are great there. But when it comes to those friendships, it's very difficult to make those connections and keep them. I notice that it's easy for me to make quote unquote friends, but it's hard for me to keep said friends. And as I'm navigating through my life and just what I want in life, it's obviously that there's something here, that there's a pattern that's being repeated. And I feel like the common factor, the common denominator here is me. So yeah, I would say obviously it's the trauma. I don't know how therapy could help for something like that, but maybe it could. But a lot of times it's just thinking about how I felt during certain friendships, or also specifically me choosing past friendships that went really, really bad. People just treating you very, very horribly. And it just keeps happening again and again because I do feel like at times I am a little bit of a pushover and I'm so nice to people to the point where they take advantage of that. And I know that I can point that out to myself, like, hey, you are being way too nice. You're always doing something for someone else. And especially the people who don't deserve it. Even just a small example, as you guys can see, I changed my hair and I do love the color, it's beautiful. But I actually went to a past hairstylist that I had gone to. I loved her work, she did a really great job. And I stopped going to her because she got really expensive, but I wouldn't say that we were friends. Obviously, she's someone I'm paying her for a service. But obviously we like bonded over a lot of things. I had gone to her just because I'm starting to go back to my brown hair. And I had asked her if, that this is what I want to get done. I just want like a cut and my hair is very damaged. I want to do a treatment on my hair. And I didn't even think about like color too much, but basically she said it's going to be $90 for the haircut and then $65 for the treatment. So that was the base price. Okay, no problem. She had also moved from a salon that was further away to now closer, so it was only about 9 minutes away from me. So I had gotten ready. I was super excited, and I get a text right before I'm about to leave that she's actually waiting on an Uber, is like stuck and is gonna be late. I don't know why I offer. I have so much faith in people, and I offer to pick her up and drive her to the salon. And she says, oh, I feel so bad. You don't have to do that. I said, don't worry about it. Like, just let me know where you're at and I'll be there. And she lived about 30 minutes away in the other direction. So I said, I already offered. I'm just gonna go pick her up. Picked her up. It wasn't that like, oh my gosh, thank you so, so much for this. And just that feeling of gratitude and appreciation. And again, not in a judgy way. It just would be nice, But I didn't expect to get any discounts. I didn't expect for her to throw in anything for free. No, it's just, I wanted to do good service because we've all been there we've had car troubles or, something like that, and you need to get an Uber and it's not, and you're very stressed out, you can't get to work, and, we've all been in that situation at some point or another. So I was just thinking like, hey, helping her out, we're gonna get my hair done, it's gonna be so great, we're all good. Mind you, my mom was also coming that same day to get her haircut too, so another $90. So she's already like, I have 2 clients to see at least. I don't know if she had other clients that day, but anyways, I take her and then I drive another half hour back to the salon, and she's so quick about this whole thing. And I don't know, she just seemed very messy, and not in a mean way, but just life-wise, just super messy all over the place. And it didn't feel like a great service, to be honest. I am very happy with how my hair turned out, but at the end of it all, she shows me, oh, this is the breakdown of how much it's gonna cost me. $90 for the haircut, it's gonna be $65 for the treatment. And then I also changed up the color and put gloss in your hair, which is gonna be another $65. Okay, I don't know why hairstylists do this. They don't tell you up front, like, hey, by the way, this is gonna be extra, this is how much it's gonna be, That's a whole other thing in itself. But at the end of it, she also said, do you have cash for me? And I said, no, I want to use my credit card because I want to get points, the convenience of it. And she says, oh, well, I don't take credit cards anymore. So it was like a whole kind of like back and forth thing. I'm like trying to make it work somehow. Eventually she's just, oh, I have to make an account now. I have to use a little square thing. I go borrow one from the other stylist. And then she's typing in how much to me. She goes, oh, wait, it's going to be actually another $10 I'm going to tack on for credit card fee. And I'm just here thinking, she's like, that's fine, right? And I wanted to say so bad, like, no, it's not okay. It's really, really rude, actually. And the fact that I drove an hour there and back and you're going to tack on a credit card fee, it's just ridiculous. And it's so hard for me to say that to somebody. And I was like, oh no, yeah, that's fine. And I just get so annoyed with myself. And I feel like my past self would have said something. And then myself now, I don't know if it's like the shyness coming back, but it's easier to tell people if they were in that situation, oh, you should have said this, you should have done this. And when you're in that situation, it's hard because I think that I care so much about what other people think of me. And I know that we all do to an extent. But in this level, it's more of, oh, I just don't know if maybe in the future, if we have a bad relationship, she won't do my hair again, or she'll, sabotage in some way, which obviously that's such a ridiculous thought to have. But yeah, it's like moments like that. And this is just one example. I made this story so long, but it's just for you guys to understand. And I think I need to understand that not everyone needs to understand me. And it's okay to be misunderstood. But it's putting that into motion. And I feel like recently a lot of things have been happening where I'm put into a situation of, it's almost like testing my patience about certain people. And just, I don't know if it's this time period, to be honest, where everyone is just so for themselves. And I'm sure it also has to do with the fact that I live in Los Angeles and everyone's just, what can you do for me type of thing. But yeah, it's extremely hard to make friends. And even I've tried the whole Bumble BFF thing. And even that, it's like a whole thing of what can you do for me? Or people just being so judgy of you for no reason at all. I've had a situation, I'm meeting a group of girls and I'm like, hi, I'm Doreen, so nice to meet you. And they'll say something along the lines of like, oh, I see you do social media. That's so shallow. Or like, why would you say that to somebody? And it creates such a negative interaction. And it's like, obviously I'm not going to want to talk to you anymore. Or people just so opinionated over everything. And it's just like, what happened to just being nice to somebody? And it's hard because like, even with the situation of the hairstylist, it made me think like, what, I was so stupid. Why did I even offer to give her a ride? Like, why am I going so out of my way? And I've always been that type of person to help someone out, even when I don't expect anything in return. And like I said, I didn't expect a discount. I didn't expect anything. We didn't discuss nothing. You know, I could have joked like, hey, yeah, that would be great as long as you just give me like a discount for getting my hair blow dried or something, you know, stupid, whatever. But to add on extra for using my credit card is just so ridiculous. Like, I'm already paying you $210 for my hair. So it's just moments like that. I still get so upset about it because it is very fresh. But I would say also for their friends, a lot of times you hear the saying a lot, you choose your friends, don't let your friends choose you. And I am picky with the people that I allow into my life. And the issue with that is that sometimes I just don't know how to go about it. So for example, there was this girl from my work, not my current job, but my previous job. And she was around the same age as me. She went to the same high school as me. I didn't know her when we went to high school. But I saw on her Instagram that she had actually moved into my neighborhood. And I messaged her and I said, oh my gosh, it's so funny. Like, I literally live down the street from where you posted this Instagram story. Would you ever be down to get lunch sometime or just hang out and go for a hike or whatever? And she said, oh my God, yeah, I'll totally let you know when I'm free. That's it. And it's like, I'm already putting the ball in the court, like creating friendship wise, and never hear anything. And I just noticed that happens quite often. And it's always oh my gosh, we should totally hang out. And then I just hear like, yeah, I'll let you know. Like, I don't want to start being annoying or being like, it's okay if you don't want to hang out with me, just say so. I think that the biggest struggle that I have currently is just that I get very jealous when I see people with their group of friends or even their like one best friend, because I don't have that and I haven't had that for many years. And I know that for me, it's especially difficult because one of the best ways to make friends is to find common things or like common interests that you guys have. So if you're in a book club or for me, if I like dirt biking or like my dresses and social media and all that stuff, it's nice when you can connect with people. But I think the issue for me is that I'm not a party person, and it's not like a putting down everyone else who does like to drink and everything like that. It's like, oh, I'm above you thinking like that. But it's very hard to connect with people who that's what they find enjoyment in. And vice versa, if there is people that don't drink and, you know, maybe it's like something political. Maybe you don't agree when it comes to politics. And for me, that's actually a big one because I want to surround myself with people who are like-minded when it comes to stuff like that, just because I have had friends in the past that were completely on the opposite side of me politically. And it's just like always complaining about things that I'm thinking of like, why are you complaining about this? This has nothing to do with you. It's very like, you know, I'm just not even gonna get into it. But it just makes it very difficult to connect on that level. And so again, a lot of my friends do live very far, and I don't know if like past friends, I'm sure it did have something to do with me because again, that's that common factor is me. And I don't know if it's me picking bad friends or just not putting in enough effort, which I do feel like I do. I'm very, like anytime I make plans, I'm not one to cancel. And even other friends that I've had, it's what's comfortable for them. And then I'm putting my own feelings aside. Like even if I make plans with someone and I'm just not in the mood and I'm last minute, like I just don't want to go, I'm still going to show up. If I make plans with someone, I'm there. I'm not going to just cancel for any reason, and I rarely do. But a lot of times, even with girlfriends, it's been like, hey girl, let's hang out. I say, sure, I'm free these days. And they're like, oh, well, I'll let you know when I'm free. It's like, why offer? Why ask? And the same, it's, okay, we're meeting at this place, this time, let's go have fun. Like in the past, like couple, I don't know, I haven't done it super recently, but I used to really like going line dancing, and I'd have a friend that I'd go with quite often. And every single time we go, it was, hey girl, I'm running late. I'm going to be in there in like 10 minutes. Okay, no problem. 10 minutes later, hey, something came up. I'm going to be there in like half an hour. This is like an hour later at this point. And a lot of times I do just leave, or I just try to enjoy and have fun. But it's that courtesy of, I just, it's so frustrating. There is a lot of people out there that can relate to this. I see on TikTok or just social media in general, I see someone talking about this and I'm like, wow, so relatable. But I see in the comments a lot of people saying, oh, it's because you're pretty and they're jealous of you or all these things. And it's just like, it's not a solution. It's not, I mean, I know that a good solution would just be to say, you know what, forget it. I can be happy on my own. If the right people come, they'll come. If not, who cares? At least I'm fine. I'm good. I'm on my own. I can appreciate the people that I do have in my life, whether in my situation, it's that I'm really close with my mom. Like she's my girl best friend. And then my boyfriend, who is also my best friend. So it's just, that's where I stick with. And I try so hard to, I think maybe that's my issue. I just try too hard. But then when I stopped, it's been years since I've actually had a close friend. And it's just bonding over certain things, and especially things that I enjoy. And I think too, like certain friends that it's even hard for me to admit, but I would feel, especially people who are doing kind of like what I enjoy doing when it comes to content creation, or they're being very successful at it, at some point there's a disconnect, because either I start to feel like a little bit jealous, or they've given me reason to feel jealous. And an example of this would be that I had this one friend that she was doing modeling, and we had a lot in common, and we both just, got along really well, and we were close friends for a little bit. But then she started getting like very, very popular in it, and she started hitting on the guy that I was with at the time. And I was talking about this with my boyfriend kind of recently, but I know that when it comes to that, it's not always a, like I always trust the person that I'm with. I'm in a relationship with them. I don't think that he's going to go for it type of thing. But it's also, I feel like it's an insecurity thing, because I've honestly been on the other side of that. And I'm not saying that I hit on a friend's boyfriend type of thing, but I think that I've been on the other side of it of, oh, this person's giving me attention, I must be special. Obviously, I had to cut out that friendship, and it was like very hard because I actually really enjoyed my time being friends with this person and multiple of my past friends. It's like, obviously, the memories are really good, and it's hard to not reminisce over like, oh my gosh, I remember we used to have these inside jokes. I remember we used to just like laugh and like have great times and plan stuff, and it was just like so great. But it can be very hard when it's almost like this is something that needs to be healed and you're not sure how to go about it. That's my discussion for today. But yeah, I really hope, I know that this one was actually not too much of an advice video. It's actually me asking for advice. And I know, again, not too many people watch these type of videos, but I love to hear if anyone has any opinions or suggestions. It could be maybe just the way I present myself, or, I don't want to change who I am as a person, but also change is good. And I think that the things that I do need to heal on and just work on would be not worrying so much about what other people think and standing up for myself a little bit more. And I think that it's especially difficult for me when I'm thinking about, oh, I should never do anything for anyone anymore, especially when you keep getting screwed over again and again and again, and just so hurt by what other people say and how they treat you. I used to think about in the past how it was so weird to me why people couldn't just be nice. And then as I'm getting older and experiencing things like this, I realize that it's because they've been hurt so many times that they're just so done with people's behavior. And I have so much hope. Like, I had hope in the past of finding a good relationship, and I found it, that I will find my friend group, or I will find that one best friend that I can just be totally myself with and not worry about them hating on my significant other or putting me down or laughing at me or thinking that everything of our friendship was all a mistake and they resented every single thing I did. And even things that I thought I was doing good and I thought that I was being good, they just suddenly, everything I did was wrong and not okay. Yeah, so I do want to say I appreciate the people who are there for me. I know that it's very hard to ask for help, especially because you don't want to offend the people who are like, well, I am there for you. What do you mean? You can call me at any time. You know, keep moving forward. So yeah, that's my video. I know it was a little difficult to get through, but I'm hoping to make more videos like this. I do have a couple of really exciting stuff that I want to share with you guys. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video next time. Bye!